unaziuza daily, you deserve if suma. Kile ula basi tina bad we like chuma. Yeah, I ate the ish, I'm a household. Nyach kelo more skin, less nula. She wanna eat me, no sugar. But sugar chifuno ni damu la umuna.
Abuela goyash. Hey.
Oh yeah. I did promise that this afternoon I have one of my men in the studio, and I'm talking about Vincenzo, man, who's joining me this afternoon on The Drive. Yes, it is The Drive, and we are the one and only, man, the finest, first and finest visual radio, Sun FM TV. Vincenzo, man, thank you for taking time, man, and joining me in the studio this afternoon, my brother.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Hosting me, your boy Vincenzo Mbale.
Man, last time we spoke, we were talking about, the song, Salazele, which you did, with Neslong as well, as Zervan featuring, Bobby is on that one. And a recap for those, who don't know, where that song came from, for those the first time people that are catching us, for between our interaction, man.
Yeah. So me, I've always I've always wondered why we consume so much alcohol and the like, and then you can't defeat people. If you can't defeat them, join them. But just make sure you advocate to say mwani, salezele,
yeah.
Drink, but don't get drunk.
Yeah, this song got you, a lot of views, got you a lot of listenership, across the nation, and from there, from our last discussion, you've just come up dropping heat after heat, and not long ago you did something with Chef 107 that opened your doors, right? Like not only, but from Salezele, just dropped more songs. How's been the journey from Salezele to where we are going today? Before we talk about my reasons premiere.
So it's been Salezele.
Yeah.
Then Mabrok, I featured Chef. Then Muzo's song. Redemption.
Yes, Redemption. Yeah.
Yes. So after that song, then we dropped. I think Addicted. No, before Muzo's song, there was a song called Addicted by Galaya Music Entertainment, and then there is Redemption. Then there is Mabrok. Then there is this current track. Before the current track, there is Contract Love, also by Galaya Music Entertainment. And then there is now My Reasons. Yes, presented by Galaya Music Entertainment as well.
No. This is one thing I did find out from you, man. You've had a lot of Bobby in your music. Is there a sign that maybe you want to go? You going to XYZ? Before I go to Galaya first, I know you're very close to Galaya. You've been doing a lot of stuff with Bobby of late. You've had photos. Chilling with Bobby. Is there any sign maybe we may see Vavin Pama XYZ?
First and foremost, like I've
tell us a recent relationship.
I've always been affiliated to XYZ, Yeah, so I'm always an affiliate to XYZ. Yep. Like Blackout is affiliated to XYZ.
Yep.
And that makes me an affiliate of XYZ. I can't change that, and I cannot do anything about that. You understand?
Yeah.
So even if I move from Blackout to, let me say, for instance, Galaya Music Entertainment,
yep,
I'll always be an affiliate of XYZ at the end of the day.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a team.
It's a whole team.
It's a whole team, yeah.
It's a whole team. Now, I spoke to Nez the other day, and was explaining to me, what Galaya music is. Most of the music that you've dropped has a Galaya logo. What is you and Galaya, first of all, bro? Like, you've explained to me before about, the Blackout, the XYZ affiliation, but you drop a lot of stuff under Galaya, man.
You're saying currently?
Yeah, current.
Dropped because Galaya Music Entertainment, has supported me majorly.
Yeah.
Recently, they have supported me, like they've come in majorly into my brand. Yeah, so we work on record deals like that. Yes, and then we are best friends with Galaya Music Entertainment.
Oh, okay. now it makes sense. You say you're best friend. Now, you spoke about, music you've dropped. A lot of people slept on, Muzo, aka Alfonso, for a long time. You dropped a crazy joint with him that went, viral. Redemption, with Muzo, produced by Mzenga Man. You dropped a verse that nobody, could literally sit on it. And what made you do that song, bro? Like, that's just that hook that you put on that song, man. What inspired you on that one? Because, that song just revived Muzo's career. How would you feel about, being part of that?
Okay, so what inspired me? What inspired the song? was the fact that people expected a very good story from Muzo himself.
Yeah.
So when Mzengaman called me telling me about the song, I knew exactly what I was expected to do. So he called me, then he told me to say, I'm calling you in like an hour time. I want you to go to my studio and go and record this chorus.
Yeah.
He was cutting the call. I was starting off going to the studio without his consent. As long as he told me to say, I want you. I started off going to his studio. He was calling me to say, okay, right now you can you can go to the studio. Then I was like, what do you mean? I'm already at the studio. I was, oh, fine. Then get in and let my producer show you the project that you're supposed to work on. I had the beat and I was like, okay, this is it. I even told myself and my God to say, this is the song not only for Muzo aka Alfonso, but for me as well, because we both need the song. I sat down like 2 hours writing the same chorus, the same hook, and immediately when I was done, I sent it back to Mzengaman. He didn't say anything. He just told me to say, wow.
and then that was it.
That was it.
In the whole process, man, people have talked about Muzo's work ethic. How did you find it personally? As a professional artist, how did you find Muzo's work ethic? I've heard people.
I'm gonna differentiate this because Muzo's story is also part of the reasons why the song "Marizons" is inspired. Also, was inspired from. So. Muzo, as a human being, he's got his personal life, his personal challenges. But one thing that no one can take from him is the fact that he's a talented artist. Yeah. He's very, very, very talented, regardless of whatsoever people talk about. You understand? But he's a very talented artist. And me working with him has been like a huge, opportunity. Because I knew exactly to say, when I sing like this, I know Mzengaman is going to direct this project into a very dope project that it is currently. So I'm not going to say Muzo's work ethics are bad or anything, because the only thing I can tell you, or the only thing I think I'm allowed to talk about, is that Muzo is very talented. That's what I can tell you. About his work ethics, I've never been with him for too long to actually have a say. But the only thing I know is that he's very talented.
Yeah, man, awesome, man. Well, we're still on the drive, and we get into a song, coming from Vincenzo. Before we get to premiere, of course, today is just catching up with us, and we get to talk about his brand new premiere, My Reason, which does feature Bobby Ist. And yeah, I'll make sure that I keep grilling him until we find out all the answers we need. Vincenzo in the building. It is the drive. They call me TJ Zambia. Hey, let's play some music. And something coming from Galaya, and we do have Vincenzo in the building. We play more music, and we get into the premiere at My Reasons. I don't know about those reasons, but anyway.
So that's Benzo, yeah?
Huh?
That's Benzo.
You can be checking the comments.
Where's the boy? I don't know where he's going to go today.
Woody beats go crazy.
You know what it means? It's your boy.
Where are you able to find Contract Love?
And find the man is like one who's downloading. Are you serious? Man, you're really going to the room for Patricia.
Please, sir.
The one that is playing now.
Oh, Benzo. This is Bob Beast's song. Oh, this is Galaya show. This is Bob Beast.
Oh.
If you're loving somebody else, just tell it to me. Motive of only time this I'ma tell it up is. Then better like to shame it from your close buddies. Remember when I used to be your only buddy. And news reaching me is that you found a new sinner. Since from the camera you be dumb if you forgive her. She don't even know none is stepping up Oliver. Tilangis and a man of uppers among my beaver. I hope to really love you. I hope the man you loving will make your y'all a super couple. I'd rather see you happy than see you
attention,
in a
boy.
bubble. Go be a better person, go make
Tabacho hivi na
trouble.
mara
Uza fully
Wambi
position,
the
put you
venonga
in
chite
front of
Wanzako pesa wako ma industry
like a little baby, not for long though. If you don't love me, baby, just say so, so I can let go.
Nikuiba let go. If you don't love me, baby, just say so I can let go. Nikuiba let go.
He didn't get it.
Huh?
Contract Lava.
It's just there, like it's just there.
I want to, I'm trying to say, download it.
Benzo, somebody na choka mendo. Tell me how can we be a nice couple? Ngati we ukonda cheme choose na de capo. Ngati nika choka po wa gaiva ma diablo. This is Eden, iwe ndiwe apple. Cause wa gaiva kusheta. Let me warn you that you won't do better. And for life I'ma be one go better.
I'm trying to tell him to download it. Say so what he
You
managed to
never find
download.
another one more sweeter.
My
You never
reason.
play me, girl, you ain't switcher. I might just send a text to your sister like, send me your location.
Olio.
One night, baby, girl, I'm moving like a audio. But I'm not like
talk about
you.
it,
So
then.
baby,
Go
now
into
yeah, man,
that.
God bless you.
Okay, cool. Not a
Baby,
problem.
just say so I can let go.
Nikuiba let go.
If you don't love me, baby, just say so I can let go. Baby, if I let go, I'll
great.
crash my Benzo. I was on my way. I was on my way to you.
Music coming from Goliath's Benzo. It does Picture Bobby East and as well as Slap D. And yeah, man, I'm still in studio with my man Vincenzo. Man, let's talk about you did a song Contract Lover, and I've come to realize you talk about love, but you never say it directly. You always win a man pin. Why is that?
When you've been hurt before in life,
Uh,
life becomes more difficult, like becomes more realistic on your side. Yeah. So me, I'm a person that is a victim of my love, Vokondana. So it is what it is. But Contract Love is a song that was that I was inspired of my own story, Vimasila, and people need to understand and they need to take their personal life as priority before anyone else can fall in love with them. You need to be organized on yourself, on your own, like that. But Contract Love, civil color nowadays with my relationship. So pesa cheva ndio na sign na maybe ka 2 years contract. You civil finika ba 2 years.
Vacila. So only about 2 years from what year change our passage contract. And let's get talk about the song you did with Chef 187, my broke. You've been in the game for some time. When's that you still broke? Why don't you my broke first?
My broke.
Do it about my broke boy.
My broke is a song that talks about the reality of life. Actually, people with money, they do things that people without money are affected. I should understand. Affect. For instance, it's a 120 broke, so after the Ben Ram, praise that chem Dr. Mapo Gulaka Ice, and Gulaka Ice. My son's batting on and drama was one of it. So, my broke, Mtunga on a Mongali, though. My son's
Just because our Congo was in Andrama,
on a Mongali, though, Muntu. Gero na evo ngone Mongali, though, ngatali broke. Guy na evo same ngone Mongali, though, ngatali broke. Once those niggas, those people get the money, sunga wapeze. Chita vindu vena machita, the risks, Kusema na kwa masevano. Sunga wapeze.
Okay, you've dropped a couple of hits, this year, and even the previous year. Now, are we looking up to an album? What are all those hits coming to? Is it is it an album? Are we seeing an EP? What are you dropping? And when would that be?
Okay, so about an album next year. Like I said,
why next year? What time? Early next year, second quarter of next year, third quarter of next year?
that I can't say, but next year I will be dropping an album, and it will be a first of a kind.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can disclose. I do know to say it will be the first of the kind. Of course, it's not gonna be about beer.
Why's the person you went to talk about beer and chat? Because most beer hits were talking about alcohol. Is it the reason why?
I don't know.
Why come up with beer?
It's not gonna be about beer, no. It will be about a lot of stuff, a lot of things, you know. Yeah, you know, I'm an artist that likes talking about reality.
Yeah.
I don't beat around the bush. So expect a very good album from my side, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't worry about that.
Would that be under Galaya, Black House, or what?
It can be under anything, any company, anything. For me, it's business.
All right. Well, now the reason why you came in, of course, we're talking the other day, and I was like, yo, bro, I've just, I've just, received a new song, and I was like, wow, okay, Homeboy just dropped another one. Now, you did My Reason featuring Bobby Eastman, and I was watching some of the interviews that you did, regarding that song, and I'd want to find out personally, on a one-on-one between me and you and all the listeners and all the viewers out there, what is the story behind My Reason?
So, the truth about My Reason, the song, is that it's a mental awareness. You understand? It's a health and mental awareness kind of a project. And I just tricked people into thinking like it's a party song. But when you sit down and listen to the song, like you pay attention, I was speaking the truth. Like a lot of people go through a lot of things in life. You don't want to listen to the stories. If you sit down, a useless drunkard that people just pick and say, maybe those people, they're not capable of getting themselves out of their situation. They've just given up with life like that. You understand? And what keeps them going is them not thinking about their problems.
It's just rather get a bottle and just forget about it.
Get a bottle, put in the cup, drink your pen out. Drink your problems out. Tomorrow is another day, And I heard say in cigarettes there's things like caffeine and the like, stress relievers. People, I personally, I don't smoke, but I don't drink. So I don't drink.
There's no way you understand what a drunkard feels like, and you say you don't drink. Or someone takes alcohol.
I'm not saying I don't drink. I'm saying I do drink.
Oh, okay.
But
so you understand.
I don't smoke. I've been told in cigarettes there's caffeine.
Yeah, nicotine.
I don't know if it's nicotine, caffeine, so it helps people,
release the stress and down.
So it's a mental awareness song. People drink for a lot of reasons, and
we're out there judging, not knowing what's going on in people's lives.
Yes. So if you wanna judge a person who drinks beer, better you sit them down, let them explain to you first.
Yeah. Then you judge.
Then you just judging. Say, people have got reasons, I personally have got my own.
Did you ever go through a heartbreak that maybe sometimes contributes to some of the songs you put out there?
Yes. I've been hurt before. So if I tell you, even it's recently when I met someone,
that has helped you and put the bottle aside and focus on them.
Yeah.
Man, Vincent, you always make my day, man. And I'd like you to help us premiere your song. You came here to premiere the brand new song, My Reason. You told us the reason behind why you wrote that song, and why that song's out there, and I loved it. I sat. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect too either, bro. I sat and listened to the song, and I was like, wow, I feel I'm touched. And as soon as I think there's a PMC that sent me the link and the clip of it. And I watched the video and I was listening and I'm like, wow, okay. I knew to talk with Vincenzo. It's been a minute. And like, I need to talk Vincenzo, and I need to talk about the song and why he wrote the song, because I felt it touched me too. Because some point I was like, you know what? I also go through those problems where I just want to sit with my boys, like, yo guys, let's have a chat. I don't want to be alone. I just want to be with the guys and just, you know, have a laugh, let's have a joke, you know, let's have one or two. And that song touched me, and I'm saying like, okay, my man really had something to say about this, and like, you know what, let's do it. So as we get into the premiere, what brought you here today at Sun FM TV, The Drive, you know, I'm giving you my platform to introduce my reason as we premiered for the first time on Sun FM TV.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it right now. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we're definitely getting into Vincenzo's brand new song. This is a reason does feature Bobby Ace. It's mental awareness. Make sure out there, if you have reasons, man, and you have a problem, seek help and talk to someone. A bottle will not finish all those problems, but hey, we all have issues out there. We have skeletons that are hidden in all our closets. As I let my producer do what he does, we get into it straight right away. This is My Reason featuring Bobby Ace by Vincenzo. My man, shout out and thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
Waiting on the battle, hey, Walker. Yeah. Chenzo. Oh, yeah. Baba, making my dream. Figure I'm body. Needing my reasons. Oh, if I'm making my soul. Obey my body. Pulling out my reasons. Yeah. I never feel too much happy. Hey. Getting out my reasons. Yeah. Say what?
You can sing.
Getting out my reasons. I never feel too much happy. Getting out my reasons. I feel too much happy. Getting out my reasons. Only say it. I'm only happy when I'm buzzing. I need the pool for a flicker I can dive in. I need to escape my reality. I need help, but I can't afford therapy. Like Yamamuna Nicolimba, we never say how we feel, so guilty. But I'm an addict, I'm tired of faking. And when I'm sober, my hands start shaking. When I'm sober, I pray that it's over. When I'm sober, I'm mad at Jehovah. Why bring me in a world full of pain? Some of my niggas want us to brain. Some do codeine and some cocaine. We all got issues, we're not insane. See the black and in a 16 piston. Where you need so many president and a Winston. Face smile, yeah, ni bang up on my photo. But my life is as empty as this bottle. No ticket, but we've been through a lot of. Gula ni kumwene diye mozo. Hey, getting out my reasons. Oba sini kumachabe. Getting out my reasons. Kaneta sini pe machabe. Hey, getting out my reasons.
I'm just doing it.
Kakolewa ni mangala nomo. Diye ni mangala mososho.
Okay, let's do the new statement. When for me it's
Meet Ralph, also founder of